There we go. I'm making the change right now. Arena! Done. Okay, hopefully that updated. But hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. I did not put anything in Discord yet, so let me go to Discord and type this information in for us. And then we'll be good to go. But I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're having a good day. Still getting everything set up here, so I apologize. Get that one all opened and started. Go over to Twitch, make my announcement. All right, well, hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Like I said, we got the game up and running. I forgot to connect to the Wi-Fi, so I'll probably lose my connection here, but we're all good. We're all good. So we're going to start with my usual story mode. Again, I've not bought anything else here. I got the Mad Bombers I wanted, and I got at least one Madness. I probably should have kept going for a second Madness, but I decided against it because I don't need knowledge. I've already got the 2 fused copies of it, so I'm very happy with that. But I played recently, so I'm not going to have all of my runes here. Hello, Joe. Hope you're having a good day. I know I'm having a good day. I went somewhere, and this is going to sound a little bit sacrilegious, but it's kind of funny, so I think it's okay to say this. I went to this place that is a restaurant, and it's known because of its title, what type of food it sells, or what type of food you can get from that location. It's called Red Lobster. So I'm sure it's a nationwide chain. So I'm sure everyone in the United States has a Red Lobster somewhere nearby them, and they know obviously by the name that it is a seafood place. Hello, Naughty. Um, I am not I'm not an eater of seafood. I don't eat it. Have no interest in it. So you might be asking yourself, why why would I, a non-seafood eater, go to a place with the name lobster in its title? And I'll tell you, it's because of what Joe said. Red Lobster has the best cheese biscuits. However, I think they changed their recipe because, like, when I bit mine, it tasted like ranch, like the ranch seasoning that you can buy at the store, not like ranch as in like the dipping sauce, but like I know there's a slight difference there, kind of like Cool Ranch Doritos, that type of a taste, and it was really weird. But in case you're wondering, for those of you who don't eat seafood like myself, there's like 2 items on the menu that you can purchase that are non-seafood. They had a mac and cheese, and I'm glad I read because it was one of the side options. The mac and cheese came in a lobster cheese sauce, so I couldn't even get the mac and cheese that I wanted, you guys. It's horrible. But the good news is I was able to get a burger that had Wagyu beef on it, is what they said. I don't think it actually was Wagyu beef. But I got a burger, and then I had fries with it. And I didn't actually finish my meal. I kind of had a late lunch. Normally, I'm an early luncher. Like, I'll have lunch between 11 and 11:30, but I didn't actually go out to eat till closer to 1 today. So I wasn't that hungry for dinner, so I only ate half my burger and half my fries. I took it home with me. It's sitting next to me here, but I don't know if I'm actually going to eat it or not. I fly home tomorrow, so I'd have to eat it either tonight or tomorrow for breakfast. So I'm on the fence. We'll see. Let me catch up on these messages. Matthew, every day you try and battle, but you never do any damage to me. Oh man, I am sorry. Um, are you only able to battle the top players, or are you just saying you battle me just to see if your deck's improving? I'm just curious. Because if you're only able to battle like the top players, that might mean your account's flagged, and you might need to get some help to get it unflagged or to see if it can be unflagged. But if you just do it for fun to see if you're improving or whatnot, then that's I understand. There's a big change between like a beginner or even a middle tier player versus someone that's in the top five or so. Just to see. Okay, okay. Hello, Spicy. I did not say hello earlier, but hello. You guys at the bar again? Hello, Menu or Manu. Paid off to stay up the whole night? Oh man, dude, you gotta go to sleep, you poor soul. You poor, poor soul. All right, this is a tough one for me because Winter, his deck is really trolly, so I never know what it's gonna be like. And Gaudior just has a really strong deck, but I think I'm gonna side with Gaudior this time and see. I haven't played him today, so let's see how his deck's doing. When I fight him, I like to have some better combos than what I have right here. I think the best I have is a 38-29, which is just a little bit too weak for my liking, and then that would leave me with Chinchilla and Golem, which don't combo together. So we're going to redraw. That's a much better hand. I can do a 71 combo here. And I did 2 total damage to him there, and then I get to do a 70 damage here, so that gets 6 damage to him. He's still too high of health for me to do anything, but he's going to use his final form, so I'll play a little defensively here. And that gets him down to 40 health and me down to like 30 or 20. Yeah. So I can play a little bit more risky here now that his health is lower. I'll play this one more time and hopefully beat him here on this turn. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you, Joe, for doing my job. And welcome to the stream, Matthew. I don't think I've seen you here before. You got COVID the day Star Wars came out. When did a Star Wars movie come out? I don't think there's been a Star Wars movie since COVID. Am I going crazy? Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I don't know. Spicy says, I went to Red Lobster once. The biscuit things are so good and complimented the clam chowder I ordered. I'll have to take your word on the clam chowder. I think that was the second time I've ever been to a Red Lobster. I think I went once, like probably 10 years ago, and I remembered the biscuits. That's why I went there. I wanted something that would be wonderful. Actually, here was my thought process. There's a mall like a block away from my hotel. And so I was like, oh, I'll go over there, maybe walk around the mall for a little bit, go into the food court, get some food. Um, and they have like a huge Ferris wheel going on there too right now. Like they had a bunch of what do you call it? Like carnival rides and carnival attractions. And so I was like, worst case scenario, I can go over there, look at that, have some fun, and don't do that. I'll do this. And so I get to the mall, and it turns out the mall is closed. Like I've never seen a mall like that that's just abandoned. It was the craziest thing. I had never experienced that, but apparently it closed down like 4 years ago. 2018 is when it closed. So crazy. But the amusement park or the fair was using the parking lot. So I was like, okay, well, at least I'll check this out. Maybe there'll be some food there. And I get up to the front and I just see this giant sign that says cash only. And I was like, well, I don't carry cash, so I don't want to go to a bank just to get some money out so I can come and buy some greasy food. So I was like, well, what else is nearby? And there was directly next to there was an In and Out, and I'm kind of not, I don't want to say sick of In and Out, but my boss likes to eat it a lot, so I get it often. So if I have an opportunity to get something besides In and Out, I'd love to take it. And then I saw there was a Red Lobster, and I was like, oh, you know what? I think I could do Red Lobster. I like their their bread. I'm sure I can find something. So yeah, it was my two choices were burger or steak, and the burger just sounded slightly more appetizing, so I went with that option. And I had half of it, but that was it. Gaudior basically has your level of deck tap improved a ton this season. Oh, okay. Spicy, you're allergic to shellfish? Oh, that's a horrible way to find out when you go out to eat at a place with only shellfish. Mm, crazy. Why don't I have my face cam on today? That's a great question. I am actually not at home. I am in Arizona on a business trip, and didn't want to leave you guys hanging. So Tuesday Tuesday stream and technically Monday night stream because I did an extra stream. Um, they were both not face cammed. I just was hidden. Okay, I have to play defensively there because also I would have lost if I used the precious ring lore. But I don't have a lot of health. Okay, good. Um, so yeah, I'll be here next week as well, so I'll probably do the same thing. I figured this, at least having my screen and I can talk and you guys can hear me, is the better option than not streaming at all. And I know the stream quality is probably trash because I'm having to use my cell phone service. I used Wi-Fi the other day and it actually seemed to work well, but I didn't want to risk it again. So it's probably a little bit low res, but it's better than nothing, is how I think of it. Abandoned malls sound cool. Yeah, so I didn't realize it was abandoned because obviously I just saw a giant mall there. And how often do you see a giant mall like in the middle of a city that is completely abandoned? Okay, I'm gonna risk it all. That wasn't good risk. Now I just have to hope he does not use his final form just yet because I need to get his health just a little bit lower. There we go, we should be good. Um, so yeah, I drove around the whole building and like all of the windows are boarded up and there's a bunch of cars parked outside though. So I'm like, this is a little bit risky or shady or whatever you want to call it. So I didn't stay long. Unless it's in your hometown and it got abandoned because of poor management choices. Mine's just downgraded. It's still up and running. Okay, so um, I looked into it, Joe, because I was like, what would cause this place to close down? Because like Arizona is not decreasing in population. It's steadily increasing. A lot of people from California are moving there, and it is one of the fastest growing states, especially the Phoenix suburbs, which is where I'm at for this trip. So it looks like it was built in the late 70s by Sears, actually. And Sears was the first. You asked me to do a posture check, really? All right. I'll make sure my posture is upright. I was hunched over, so thank you. Um, and I guess Sears was the first major tenant there, and it continued to grow. They had four anchors, and then I think they had a fifth anchor for a little while. Um, but what ended up actually being the nail in the coffin for this mall was in 1997, a a competing mall opened up a few miles down the road, and that started taking business. And then over time, additional um, shopping centers opened up close by as well. And it was is the middle, I think 2004 to 2006, somewhere in there, is when it actually started to see an annual decrease in sales. And obviously, 2007, 2008 didn't help it either with the whole recession that happened in America. And so um, I think it kind of started to lose its anchor stores. The other thing that happened was I mentioned it had 4 or 5 anchor stores, but quite a few of those anchor stores uh, merged together. So there was like a Robinsons here and a Macy's, and those got combined to be a Macy's. So they went from 2 stores to 1 for that. And something else happened similar to that. So they were able to get new tenants. They had a Best Buy and a Dick's Sporting Good take over the place for the one of the Macy's stores that closed, but it still wasn't enough for them. And eventually, I think in 2016 or might have been 2014, one of the two, Macy's decided to pull out and not renew their lease, and it got down to the point where they had like 100 stores that could be in there, but only 35 were in the mall, and it shut down in 2018. But there was still one of the anchor stores. The anchor stores have different management. So like the mall in the middle with all like the little shops were owned by a different company than the 5 anchor store locations. And so one of the anchor stores stayed open until the beginning of 2020. And then it shut down before COVID. So it wasn't a COVID related shutdown. It just happened to close at the beginning of 2020. So anywho, lots of fun information, but that's what I read about while I had dinner. So I know everything about this abandoned mall. Apparently, they wanted when Amazon was looking for their second warehouse, they had put their name in as a potential facility to be used for Amazon Warehouse 2 or whatever. But because it wasn't on the East Coast, it wasn't chosen. But in my mind, I don't. I think maybe the thing that would make the most sense is if a developer came in there and redeveloped it to be housing or something. I don't think it'll work as a mall anymore with so much happening online. The house you grew up in is currently abandoned. I I did not read that correctly at first, and I thought you were saying the house I live in is currently abandoned. So it's kind of cool to explore it sometimes. It's like, uh-oh, that was a bad misread on my part. I'm glad that was not the case, and I just have poor reading ability. Okay, it should be good enough to beat him. Yeah, there we go. All right. I'm gonna finish this in like 2 minutes here, guys. And the bad news is I can't stream my other phone because I don't have Twitch on that phone. So this might end up being a 20-minute stream or something, unfortunately. But that's what happens sometimes. Um, Good news is next week is heroics, so I'll have plenty of content to stream to you guys. I'm also not staying at this ghetto hotel next week. I was late to streaming here because I was booking my hotel for next week. So I will be staying at a hotel down the street from here, which is significantly better quality than this hotel. And hopefully the internet will be good there so I can stream for your viewing pleasure. But who knows? Who knows? All right. What did Joe Bro say? Guys, check out the pack discussion pins for pack info. I compiled it yesterday and today. What do you mean by pack info, Joe? Talk to me. Is it basically that similar to that document that used to be pinned where to tell you what the gold card and the onyx card are in the pack? Okay, I'm playing AB, so I'm okay with being a little bit aggressive here so I can get his health down. There we go. There we go. Just perfect efficiency there to get him down to 53 health. My strategy is going to have to change, though, for Little Alchemist Remastered if they change the way Tiebreaker works. Okay, okay. Joe, did you do that all as one message, or is it 87 pins? Or I guess it's however much max text can be on there, right? All right, I think that's all set. Beautiful. In terms of rankings here, you can see I have a little bit of a bigger gap up above here because I've not been optimizing my plays. So there's about 300 and some change stars between me and fifth place, and about 200 stars or so, actually 150 stars or so beneath me. So I'm still kind of in a good spot where I don't think anyone can catch me if they don't use refills. But I definitely have been seeing seventh and through 10 creeping up slowly towards me, and fourth and fifth creeping slowly away. So that is what it is. What can you do? But again, I don't think you're going to see too much of a change in these top six. It's below that where it's all chaos because everyone's so close together there. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your season. We just got 4 days left, and then we get our awards, and season starts again. I think I'm probably going to continue to do this lazy strat where I don't go crazy. It gives me a lot more free time in the day, and so that's going to be my plan, is continue to I'll get a little bit hardcore the last 2 weeks like I've been doing, playing a little bit more. Um, but basically, I had been, if you look at the worldwide, Jokovic's at 3,000 wins, and I'm at just about 1,600 wins. So just shy of 50% less from him, but he purchased turns. If you look at these other guys, that's probably more accurate, 2,800 turns that they both played. I would have been up there with them. So 60% of what they're doing, roughly. And it's increased the last 2 weeks because I've been a little bit more active knowing the season was ending. But either way, weekly, I get the same reward as them, but I don't play as much. Season-wise, I would have been up here. I got rank 2 last season, but I probably would have been in the 3 or 4 spot. So I am losing out on gems and fragments, but I'm okay with that. It would have been awesome if I could have gotten into the top 5, but I'll have to lose that rank on Discord. Sad, sad day. And I'm okay with just being top 10. I'm not going to complain about that. But yes, it is going to be the end of the stream. I will be back next Tuesday. We'll do some heroics. And again, I won't have a face cam next week either, but we'll at least get to play a little bit more together, share some time together. Yeah, Mojo, you just had to come here right when I'm finishing. Sorry. No, I am top 20. What are you talking about, Mojo? I'm top 20. I'm even top 10. All right, guys. Thanks for joining again, and I'll be back next week.